Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I drink? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. Miss Herlene Pearson, also known as Miss Dana. You're living at Church Lincoln in Grange Hill in the parish of Westmoreland. You celebrated your birthday yesterday. Your daughter and the rest of the family, they had asked us to wish you a happy birthday. I'm told that you are a grandma who listens to Popeye every morning and every night. Miss Dana, let's hope that yesterday you did have a wonderful birthday and may you live to see a whole heap more. Now, in today's journey, we are still in the parish of Manchester. Manchester is said to be the last parish that was created on the island. It was formed in 1814 out of parts of the surrounding parishes of St. Elizabeth, Clarendon and Vere. Yeah man, Vere was once a parish. Now, Manchester was named after the Duke of Manchester, who was the governor at the time. The capital town of Manchester is Mandeville, and it is named after the Duke's eldest son. In its early years, Manchester's population was never as large as neighboring parishes. It is also said that primarily because of the hilly terrain, sugarcane was not grown in Manchester. Now, after emancipation, many of the newly freed slaves, they sought to become independent land settlers, and they moved into the parish of Manchester in order to grow coffee and other crops. In addition to being one of the leading producers of Irish potatoes on the island, Manchester is also known for its high quality production of citrus, bananas, and grown provisions. Continue to sit back, continue to relax, and continue to enjoy this journey with me. Now, on Tuesday, I carried a story. I told you that a 14-year-old thief named Dwayne Woolery, he was charged for stabbing up a man who could be his grandfather. That man is a 56-year-old carpenter of a Lucy address. Now, someone sent me a WhatsApp message. It is on your screen. The person knows Dwayne Woolery very well. The person said, Dwayne Woolery a thief long time and his mother is shielding him. You heard that? The person said, Dwayne Woolery a thief long time and his mother is shielding him. The person went on to say, Dwayne has a great granduncle living at Prosper District in Lucy. He went to his great granduncle house and stole all the man's papers and travel documents. The great granduncle is a England resident. The person went on to say, Dwayne thief almost every vendor in the Lucy arcade money. He went to Elgin Town and take away a car from a car wash. His little sister father operate that car wash. He mash up the car and them catch him and beat him bad. Him break in a lot of people's house in Q district and thief money, phone, clothes, shoes and food items. Him need to be off the street. Him a puss from him about 5 or 6 years old. So you heard that? Now, I had also reported on Tuesday that the carpenter had accused Dwayne of stealing the money while they were in the car, but I was corrected. It is said that Dwayne, he allegedly stole the money elsewhere. So, mother, if it is true that you are shielding your thieving 14-year-old son. I hope you have funeral money put down because Dwayne are going to mess with the wrong person things. He's now facing a serious charge of wounding with intent. That means intent to maim or commit murder. So Dwayne, he's charged for the offense of wounding with intent to commit murder. Mother, if it is true that you are shielding him, stop and seek help for him. And me not talk about no Obeahman help. Me talk about psychological help. A word to the wise. In this next story, this one took place early Tuesday morning, January 2, about some minutes to 2 o'clock. We are learning that a lady, she's about 50 years old. She owned a 3-apartment board and concrete house at Belmont in the parish of Westmoreland. We are told that on Sunday, New Year's Eve, December 31, the lady, she locked up her house and went away to another parish. Early Tuesday morning, a family member who owns a house nearby, he was awoken by crackling sounds on the outside. We are told that the family member, he looked through his front window where he saw that his sister's house was on fire. He raised an alarm and he was assisted by neighbors. By this time, the fire had spread to a section of his house which also caught fire. We are told that the family member and residents, they managed to put out the fire to his house. A unit from the Savannah Lamar Fire Department, and they were able to extinguish the blaze and carried out cooling down operations. The sister's house and its contents were completely destroyed by fire. We are told that loss is estimated at over 3 million Jamaican dollars. Sad indeed. Now, in this next story, and talking about house being burnt down, there are some things taking place at Bunkers Hill in the parish of Trelawny. Up to late yesterday afternoon, a house was burnt down. So, here is how all of this started. One day last week, a guy popularly known as Brown Man. Follow me. One day last week, a 22-year-old guy known as Brown Man, he bought a goat from a farmer known as Donovan. A 27-year-old guy known as Jobs, he saw Brown Man with the goat and told him that it is his goat. Jobs, he had given Donovan some goats to raise for him. When Brown Man contacted Donovan, Donovan told Brown Man that it was a honest mistake and he should care about the goat to be exchanged. We are told that Brown Man, he had tied up the goat on the roadside and a guy from the area, he was riding a bike and he collided into the goat, killing it. Are you following me? Now, after the goat died, Jobs, the original owner for the goat, he wanted payment for the goat from Brown Man. And Brown Man, he also wanted payment from Donovan. Listen this now. On Monday, January 1, Jobs and a guy called Ackee, they confronted Brown Man about him paying for the goat. This caused an argument, and we are told that Jobs and Ackee, them slap up Brown Man. Are you still following me? So, Brown Man, he went to the police and he made a report. But we are told that he told the police that he does not wish to take any action against Jobs or Ackee. The next day, Tuesday, January 2, we are told that Brown Man, he saw Ackee who was walking past his yard and him started to diss up Ackee, telling him that him a Judas because he gave him a lot of things in the past and now he was siding with Jobs against him. Keep on following. So Ackee, him this up Brown man and left. He went to Jobs and told him the things that Brown man was saying. So Jobs, Ackee Monkey and another guy, they armed themselves with knives, machetes and sticks, and they went to Brown man yard. We are told that all three of them, they went to Brown man house where them slap him up and beat him up badly. When they left, Brown man, he went back to the police station where he made another report. About 1:30, while Brown man was at the station making the report, we are told that a guy known as Prince. Now, we are getting unconfirmed reports that Prince and Brown man are brothers. We are told that Prince, he saw Jobs and he brandished a gun and opened gunfire at Jobs, hitting him to his left shoulder. Prince, he then made good his escape. So Jobs, he was rushed by family members to hospital where he was treated. So what we are learning is that family members and friends of Jobs who was shot, they were upset that Prince had shot him. Now, these family members, they did not intervene when Jobs was slapping up Brown man and told him to cool it. So what did these family members and friends do? They went to Brown man's house and set it on fire, burning it down flat. We are also told that other family members of Brown man, they have since left the area. We are also learning, and we are not sure whether or not this is connected. We are getting unconfirmed reports, but we are learning that yesterday afternoon, about 5:30, a 4-apartment boardhouse was burnt down at Unity District in the Bunkers Hill area of Trelawny. No one was at the home at the time, and the house and all its contents, valued at almost 5 million Jamaican dollars, were completely destroyed by fire. All of this started because of a dispute over a goat. Let me tell you something, Let me tell you something. All of these guys, they were once friends. Now they are choppers. And them don't love nobody. Them only love money and vanity. Most of them, they have sold their hearts to the devil. Remember me tell you, that is why things now go get better, and the family members who are enjoying the sweets, them afraid to tell them family members say, cool it. Cool it. Listen this now. Listen this. On the early morning of Sunday, November 5, last year, about some minutes to 2 o'clock, a taxi driver, popularly known as Blacks, he was on the hustle. Now, Black's correct name is Howard Mason. He is 45 years old and he's living at Michelin in the Little London area of Westmoreland. We are told that Blacks, he was on the hustle and he picked up a guy popularly known as Biggs, and Biggs asked Blacks to drop him off at his house at Whitehall, Phase 3 in Negril. Biggs is about 40 years old. So Blacks, he dropped off Biggs at his home, but the money that Biggs gave him was not what Blacks was expecting. As a result, an argument developed. Blacks, he then drove away. It is alleged that Blacks, he went and bought a bottle of gas and returned to Biggs' house. It is further alleged that while Biggs was in the house, Blacks, he poured the gas on the house and catch it afire. Blacks, he then drove away in his Toyota Voxy. Biggs, he tried to put out the fire, but he received burn injuries to his feet. He was assisted by residents to put out the blaze. Biggs, he was transported to the Savannah Lamar Hospital where he was treated and admitted for burns. A report was made to the police, and over the weekend, 45-year-old Howard Mason, also known as Blacks, he was picked up by the police. He has since been charged for arson and assault occasioning grievous bodily harm. So, my question is, yeah man, blacks, my question to you is, was it worth it? You are now in jail and you are gonna be needing a lawyer. Was it worth it? This is not a spur of the moment action, you know. The allegations are that blacks, he drove away and went for the gas, so him have a whole heap of time to think things through. Blacks, was the taxi fare, which I'm sure is no more than $2,000, was it worth it? Boy, may I tell you. Now, in this next story, on the night of Tuesday, August 9 last year, about minutes to 9 o'clock, a group of men were sitting along the roadway at Linton Pen District in the Grangeville area of Westmoreland when a motorcycle with two hoodlums aboard rode up from out of a cane field from a cane field interval. About 20 minutes before this, these same two hoodlums on the bike, they had gone to Rodney Street in Grangeville where they opened gunfire on men who were playing domino in a shop. One of the men, popularly known as Fabian, he's in his mid-30s. He was shot. He received gunshot wounds to his right hand and the right side of his abdomen. He subsequently survived. So, the two hoodlums on the bike, they were making good their escape through the cane field. The three men were sitting on the roadway, not knowing what had just taken place at Rodney Street. The hoodlums on the bike, they apparently did not want the men who were sitting along the roadway to see who they were. The pillion, he pulled a gun and opened gunfire, hitting one of the men. The other men ran off in different directions and they were not harmed. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape on the said motorbike. The man who was shot, he's popularly known as Bounty. He is in his late 30s. He had received gunshot wounds to his scrotum and his buttocks. He was rushed to the Savannah Lamar Hospital by residents of the area where he was admitted in a serious condition. But Bounty, he survived. So, since that incident took place, the police, they received information as to who the shooter was. His name is Alex Hill, and the police, they were searching for him. Well, on Thursday, December 28th, the Grangeville police, they carried out a raid in the Geneva area of Grangeville, and top shotter Alex Hill, he was picked up. He has since been charged by the police. On December 10, just gone, Alex, he celebrated his 20th birthday and he's living at Bulstrode in the parish of Westmoreland. So, Alex, he'll be going to the courts shortly. We are also told that more shooting charges will be laid shortly against Alex. Now, in this next story, listen this and listen carefully. On the early morning of Saturday, December 30, a 15-year-old high school girl, she went to the Portmore police station and she made a report. This teenager is from another parish and she was sent to spend some time with her aunt who is living at 2 East in Greater Portmore. The teenager, she reported to the police that her aunt was living with her husband, Stephon Johnson, and other family members at the house. She reported that from 2 years ago, when she was only 13 years old, she was sent to the house to spend time with her aunt and her husband, Stephon. He held her down and took it away. She did not report it to anyone. She reported that she went there to spend time with her aunt for the Christmas holidays. She reported that Stephon, he again held her down and took it away on more than one occasions. So the Portmore police, they took her report and carried her to seek medical attention. They also obtained a warrant for the arrest of 31-year-old Stephon, who must have known his aunt's wife niece's age. We are told that about a few minutes after 12 midday on Saturday, December 30, 4 police officers, 2 males and 2 females, they went to Stephon's house. No, other family members and the family dog were at home. Listen me carefully. The police went to the house and they informed Stephon of the report made against him and told him to accompany them to the Portmore police station. Stephon, he decided that he nah go on no station. The police held on to him to arrest him and all hell broke loose. We are told that other family members and even the family dog, they joined in. Punches and kicks were thrown and the dog bit up at least 3 of the police officers. We are told that the police officers, they received cuts, bruises and swellings all over their body. In addition to that, the woman sergeant, she received dog bite to her hands and the 2 male constables, they received dog bites to their left legs. The family members, they were eventually taken into police custody and they were charged by the police for assault with the arm, unlawful wounding, assaulting the police, resisting arrest and obstructing the police in the lawful execution of their duty. So here are the names of the family members. 1. No, like I said, Stephon Johnson, he will also be charged for rape and other sexual offenses. He is 31 years old. 2. Denise Michelin, she is a 53-year-old nurse. 3. Natoy Johnson, he is a 21-year-old machine operator employed to Excelsior Company. 4. Rizzani Johnson, he is a 25-year-old UTech student. And 5. Stephanie Johnson, she is a 32-year-old internal auditor. So all 5 of them, they'll be going to the courts shortly. Boy, may I tell you. Now, in this next story, I've carried a few stories about this incident, and there is something I must address. It is the killing of 59-year-old fisherman David Brown, popularly known as Brown Man. He was killed early Saturday morning, December 30, at his home at Moorfield District in the Wakefield Police area in the parish of Trelawny. So I had said that it was suspected that Brown Man, he was asleep when he was attacked and killed. I am now getting information that no, and not so it go. Many persons are upset, and here is why they are upset. Listen me carefully. We are learning that early Saturday morning, Sylvia Montaque Brown, Brown Man's wife, she was supposed to go back to Montego Bay where she was babysitting a family member's baby. There is Sylvia on your screen. She went to her 60-year-old brother, Lester Montaque, also known as Judge, and asked him to follow her to the house to get some clothes. It is well known in the community that Brown Man, him used to beat Sylvia all the time and she was afraid of him. So when Judge and Sylvia went into the house, it is said that Brown Man, he used a machete to attack them. In fact, Judge, he got a wound over his left eye. It is said that Judge, him grabbed a building block and he inflicted some serious wounds to Brown Man's head. Now, here is why a lot of persons are upset. It is the fact that Judge and Sylvia then put Brown Man on a sheet of zinc and went and discarded of his body about 200 meters away from the house in bushes. Anyway, them and their lawyer will have to deal with that. But I can tell you this. Many persons in the area, they are of the view that Brown Man, him finally get what he was searching for over the years. We are told that Sylvia, she gave herself up to the police on Tuesday, and she and her brother, Judge, they have been charged for murder. So they'll be going to the courts shortly. The Mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all, so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final story for today, that man on your screen. His name is Mikhail Shah, but he was popularly known as Luta. Luta was born on June 23, 1983, 40 years old, and he was a mechanic living at Dundee in the Maroon town area of St. James. We are told that Luta, he was a hard-working man who no mix up in a certain foolishness. Many persons, they are wondering if this attack was a case of can't catch Kwaku. Luta, he has a brother who is involved in the badness. His name is Sanchez Campbell, but he's popularly known as Blacks. Blacks is presently in jail on a murder charge. We are told that Blacks, he was charged in relation to the killing of a father in the Flamstead area. Hoodlums, they had gone there in search of the sons who ran off. The hoodlums, they ended up killing the father instead. So, Blacks, he's in jail awaiting trial on that murder charge. So, is it possible that this was a case of can't catch Kwaku? We are also learning that hoodlums had attempted to steal Luta's car a few nights ago. Now, yesterday morning, Wednesday, January 3, about 11:30. Luta, he was at his garage, right in the vicinity of the Mount Edmondson Methodist Church along the Dundee Main Road in the Maroon town area. He was working on a white Toyota Noah when a hoodlum walked up with a gun in his hand. The hoodlum, he opened a barrage of gunshots at Luta, hitting him in his upper body. The hoodlum then made good his escape on foot in the area. Luta, he ended up dying on the spot. The police, they were called, and when they processed this crime scene, 8.40 spent shells were recovered from the scene. So, remember I told you about the killing of a father over 2 years ago in the Flamstead area? Luta's brother, he was charged in relation to that murder. Well, we are learning that the St. James police, they have picked up a guy named Brandon in relation to the death of Luta. Brandon is from Flamstead, the same area where the father was killed. I'm doing some digging and I'll be coming back to you shortly with some more information. Stand by for that. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up. mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh, Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh, Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them no out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh, Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when we turn. Country and town, man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cans and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica.